is it worth it to run out and pick up cards based on the OCG ban list? Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So, Thunder Dragon Colossus moved to 3, and all I have seen from people going is, oh, Thunder Dragons! Oh, I can't wait to play them. So, a couple of things to talk about here. Does this mean future Thunder Dragon support? Quite possibly. I don't have a mystical crystal ball or anything, but this could make sense. Konami trying to push future Thunder Dragon stuff. This also technically means that Pendulum gets a boost. You might not understand this, but discarding a Thunder Dragon from your hand, search for 2, to Pendulum summon both from the hand, and then you've activated a Thunder effect in your hand this turn, make 2 Colossus. That is kind of insane to think about out here. Just in, kind of the vacuum of what you can do. But I want to put Thunder Dragon on this list just to kind of give everybody a little bit of, we're going to say the consideration effect out here. I do think that there is a method to this. I do think that there's a reason to try to see this. It doesn't mean that the TCG is going to follow suit with Thunder Dragon Colossus. No, absolutely not. That's one of the biggest things that you look at with these sorts of things. You gotta, it's called risk it for the biscuit, Do we believe that the changes on one side of the game will fall over onto our side, and thus, you have a chance to kind of pick this stuff up? That is what you're playing with here. And realistically, I don't know. I don't think that the TCG side of the game very much likes the idea of having multiple Colossi. Yeah, we're just going to Colossus in the pool. Yeah, I don't foresee that actually happening. But, once again, we will have to wait and see. So, does Quick Fix mean that you need to run out and, pick up your Spyral stuff? The TCG, the OCG is finally freeing up Quick Fix out here, guys. You know what that means, right? Master Plan's going to come back to 1 in the TCG. So, real talk here for a second. If you're one of these people that, ran out and were just like, I'm going to buy all of these high rarity quick fixes, nobody's going to see it coming. Stop. Take a breather here for a second. The OCG bringing Quick Fix in a lower capacity, but they still have Master Plan, where every couple of years we'll see a Spyral deck kind of come out of the woodwork, does not mean that the TCG is going to free Master Plan. Alright, I'm going to be completely honest with you. As much as a huge fan of everything that you could do with those crazy Spyral boards out here, I do not think that this is a realistic comparison. Now, does that mean that it's not impossible? No, not at all. I do think that we might see some Spyral movements at a later time. Sure. All right. We might. Master Plan can never come back to 3. I think 1 is a fine assessment because you have plenty of checks to this. The problem is Magician's Soul does exist, and I think the TCG is very afraid of that. If you're running out right now, throwing all of your money at the screen, you're like, yeah, let's get these beautiful, Master Plans. Or, picking up high rarity quick fixes for this. I don't foresee this being a good one. I'm sorry. It's going to immediately cause a lot of panic, yes, but I just don't see Master Plan coming back yet. Summon Sorceress. So, Summon Sorceress. Well, this is a topic to be talking about. Summon Sorceress has been free now for 2 OCG lists. The TCG's kind of looking around out here. I don't know where we're going to put an errata for this thing. Because keep in mind, TCG does not have, there's nothing on this. There's no sign of this coming back. I would not be shocked to see it get a quarter century in like the 10s this year. Or something like that. That wouldn't shock me, or in a later, set later on in the year. Just as Konami trying to, promote, get your errated version of this beautiful, card. But I don't know why we just have not done anything with this yet. Maybe it was just too soon. Should you run out and pick up a Summon Sorceress? I'm going to be honest with you. The card only really helps Yubel. I've only seen it in Yubel in the OCG. You might be sitting here thinking and going, wow, like Summon Sorceress, it's so cool to have this card back. Yes, it is. But the only real thing, once again, that explored the option of playing this card was Yubel. And I don't foresee a massive explosion for this. So if you don't think that we're going to see a reprint for this year, but they're going to free it up as an errata, then go grab an ultra copy of this. They're extremely cheap. But if you do think, hey, we'll see this card come back, and you don't have a copy of it, and you don't really think you're going to play anything, then don't really worry about it. A lot of the initial hype train that plowed through on the Summon Sorceress hype is long gone. But if we don't see Summon Sorceress move on a future list or product, though, I think that's going to be very interesting. It means that they're afraid of something here in the TCG. And then let's talk about Gimmick Puppets for the Gimmick Puppet FTK. I've been pretty vocal about this deck. I do think that the TCG, considering the fact as of filming this, we're in a very hand trap oriented format to kind of, counteracting a lot of this stuff. Who's to say that Gimmick Puppets won't actually have success? I mean, every time that they could see their field spell is a problem for you, depending on how things go. And, the TCG does have Vidos existing to kind of aim to counteract a lot of, the problematic things you could have with this. This is another plug for Vidos, by the way. If you don't have your Vidos and you're over here and you're like, oh, you saw what Gimmick Puppets did to the OCG. You're quivering in your boots. You're like, this is such bullshit. I don't want to play this game when Gimmick Puppet FTK comes out. Well, you can pick up triple copies of Vidos, the Dragon of Extinction. You can pop their field spell, and you're good to go. All at the cost of giving them, a remotely big Chungus that you might have to do something with. But that's neither here nor there, all right? That's a problem for later on. So I'm just throwing the Gimmick Puppet stuff back into the arena. If you want to play the deck in the very early stages of it, and you're like, hey, FTKs, this is my jam. This is the kind of stuff that, I want to see out here. I just want to smash boards and, make Gimmick Puppet things. And yeah, I think you'll be fine with that. That's the kind of stuff that, you should be excited about. And do your part to help contribute to getting these cards limited to one. So, the rest of the TCG doesn't have to suffer with this for too long. But that's your trade-off. At early stages, you get the chance to enjoy this deck. And that's a check from me. I also want to talk about the unknown out here. So, we're kind of, for the next 2 weeks, we're kind of in a little bit of a dry spout for the game. Obviously, Infinite Forbidden stuff should start up soon, I would think. My major takeaway from the thought of that, though, is if we do kind of hit the high road here and we do hit the gas, because you're going to have Rage of the Abyss and you're going to have all this, you're going to see some crazy movements. There are going to be a lot of things that will be clear winners out here. There'll be a lot of things that a lot of people are going to be disappointed about. You're going to have to make a lot of judgment calls over the next couple weeks on things that you think are going to be big takeaways, in my opinion. The biggest thing we always talk about on here is, if you're playing the ban list, people will be rewarded, people will not. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. If you believe a deck's not going to get hit and you truly want to play it, then hunker down on it. Necros is one of my favorite examples where people thought the deck was going to get cratered and rolled on over into another format. Snake Eyes is kind of starting to feel like that at this point in time. Who knows? Another list of, no hits. We might see Snake Eyes cards, regenerate up in price. Who really knows at this point in time? But for the current state of things, I do think there's a lot of things to consider outside of this list. Dragon Master Magia being a continued card to watch, and everything from that battle set as well. Kind of just gauge some genuine interest where things are going from here. So, a lot of things to watch. So, what do you guys think? Please Leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.